What's up guys, Charles from TreeTanksDev, and in this video we're going to be checking out the Zhiyun Crane M2's latest firmware update, which is the version 2.0, which is now available for download on the ZY app on your mobile phone. So first of all, you need to update your ZY app via the App Store or the Google Play Store, and then second of all, you just need to connect your camera wirelessly to your Zhiyun Crane M2. I've been getting quite a lot of questions whether or not the Zhiyun Crane M2 can be used via a cable to connect it to your camera. So I just want to clarify that the Zhiyun Crane M2 only connects to your camera via the Wi-Fi application, and it connects to your mobile phone via Bluetooth. So that's how the connection for the Zhiyun Crane M2 is. There is a camera compatibility list available on the Zhiyun website, so you can check it out if you need to find out whether or not your camera is compatible with the Zhiyun Crane M2 before you purchase it. So the reason why I'm doing this update is basically because, especially for the Sony A6500 users and the 6300 users, if you, for example, have updated your Sony A6500 to the latest version, which is on the Sony website, which is version 1.0.6, a few YouTubers actually pointed it out to me that when you update your firmware for your A6500 to the firmware 1.0.6, you actually lose functionality to connect to your Zhiyun Crane M2, which I have over here, which I have the Sony A6500 on it with the Sigma 16mm f1.4 lens. Quite a number of YouTubers have pointed it out to me and sharing it on my YouTube video on the Zhiyun Crane M2 with the Sony A6500 video on how to connect it using the smart remote app on the Sony A6500. And once you update your firmware on your Sony A6500 to 1.0.6, your Zhiyun Crane M2 will not be able to detect your Sony A6500. Ever since they released their firmware update for the Crane M2 to version 2.0, I have upgraded my Sony A6500 right here to the 1.0.6 version, and I've also upgraded the firmware on the Crane M2 to version 2.0, and it actually now all works. So if you are having the Sony A6500 with the 1.0.6 firmware, you will be happy to know that right now it works. I will show you this in a couple of minutes. And another group of users which will be pretty happy is they gave support for the Canon M50, which also had the same problem as the Sony A6500, whereby the Crane M2, when you want to connect via the Wi-Fi, has an identification failure, so you're not able to connect to your Crane M2. So these two sets of cameras have seemed to been given updates and now they work, so that's pretty cool. Unfortunately, on the release notes on the Zhiyun Crane M2 website of the version 2.0 firmware, all they mentioned was fixing an error on the M50 and nothing else. Take a look. This is all they said, so they didn't even mention anything about a Sony A6500 fix, but basically it actually works. When I tested it out an hour ago, I've been able to use all the functionalities from the record button on the app or even on the gimbal itself, the joystick, everything works, switching of modes, and I even tested out the time-lapse features and they all work. So I'm just going to show you this right now, so check it out. Okay, so I have my Zhiyun Crane M2 and my iPhone 11 Pro Max. So first up, we're going to just power on your Zhiyun Crane M2 and your Sony A6500. Make sure that it's balanced and stuff. Then we're going to go into the ZY app. So we're going to go into the ZY app. We're going to open it up. We're going to hit connect now for your Crane M2 and connect to the Crane M2 via Bluetooth. Once it's connected, hit the enter now and the camera button and enter now again. Next step on this page, which they have improved the interface, hit the Wi-Fi button on the top right hand corner and it will start trying to detect Wi-Fi networks around. So just leave it at that. All you gotta do is on the Sony A6500, go into your menu settings and go to the fourth option at the top under application, and then go down to application list and go into smart remote embedded. Hit on that and it will see Wi-Fi standing by, and you will see the username and password. And on your phone right now, you just need to swipe it down to refresh and you should see the Sony A6500. Connect on that, click connect, and you will see that it is connected successfully. Also on your camera, you will see smart remote embedded. So camera band should see Sony. Press the X button and then we're connected. So right now, if you want to try to control your gimbal via the app, it actually works. So even if you want to go into time lapse, see that works. And if you press the picture button, it works as well on your remote. And if you hit the record button, it doesn't work, because what I noticed for the record button to work on your Sony A6500, it will only work if you are in video mode. In this mode over here, as you can see, it won't work in any other mode, even auto. Okay, so once you are in the video mode, you can select any of these options. I'll just go into manual exposure. And once you are in this mode, as you can see on my mobile phone, the record button will now work. You can see that recording. So that's pretty strange, and I can stop it as well. I'm gonna press the button at the bottom here. I'm gonna press the record button, and you can see that it works. But if you are in any other mode, I'm going to shift it to auto mode. And then on your mobile phone, so right now we are in auto mode. If I press the record button, it will not work. Neither if I press on the Crane M2, the button at the bottom, it won't work. But the photograph button does work. And over here on the Crane M2, if you want to take a photograph, you just need to double tap. So that's some stuff that you need to take note of. If you're doing video recording, you need to be on the video mode on your Sony A6500. Yep, so that was it guys for today's video. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope this video helped you to solve your problems with your Sony A6500 and your Canon M50 with the Zhiyun Crane M2. I've also just bought the Zhiyun Weebill S, which was launched 2 days ago, so look out for tutorials on that as well. So that's all guys, thanks for watching and see you in the next one. Peace.